Right, I'm not sure what happened there. Generally don't know what happened there. It just said broadcast stopped. But my internet didn't give out. So, really not sure what happened there. It's a very strange one. Yeah. Back in the room. Marvellous stuff. So, yeah, generally don't know what happened there. I didn't lose internet, but the stream cut out. I blame either YouTube or PlayStation, I don't know. Talaran has finally pitted, so tyres are finally given up, but I think Talaran is doing the one stop, so is he going to go on to the softs, or is he going to stick with some mediums? It's probably going to fill all the way up. Or at least a very good chunk of it anyway. Yeah, quite a good chunk, and he has sticked with the softs, so that only leaves Aloe, who did actually get past him, the only one to not pit. The leaders are on lap 41, so Talaran has managed to make it halfway and has now jumped in the pits. Skyjacker as well has jumped into the pits. He was the first to pit out of all of them. The question is now, is he going to revert back to soft tyres and go for a really good flying stint, or is he just going to go long? Never again, but he is halfway. One would think he's gone for the medium tyres, fill all the way up, and slowly make his way back up. No, he goes 3/4 of a way, and he has gone back on softs. So he's not going to go for some super flying laps, but he's definitely going to try and make up some ground. The question is down to these two now. Anton Poiker this time has got the worst fuel level than Koikart, but let's not forget that Koi did fill up a little bit more. In fact, he's just gone off at Spoon as well. I don't know how drastic it is, but it's slowly dropping down. Now Koi, in fact, he made a little mistake on the previous lap as well from the look of it with a 150. That's well outside his normal range, and Anton Poiker now must just in full chill out mode. He's now just looking to get to the end of the race and just keep it pointing in the right direction. So Koi might be a little bit gutted, but at the current state of time, still half a race to go. Anything could happen. It's happened before. It will happen again at some point. But the question is when. Sky recently pitted, going for another long session. Jokers as well. His fuel is going to run out before the tyres give up, so we'll expect to see Jokers coming at some point very soon. Big Den as well. Fuel on the low side, tyres quite warm, but he's nearly a minute ahead of Talaran, but Talaran had just pitted, so he'll be going long into this race again. So it'll be interesting to see how Dan's splash and dash strategy holds out to the long consecutive runs of Talaran. Aloe as well, he's still third in the Group 3s. Now 41 seconds ahead of Jammy Dodger, so he's holding out quite well at the moment. Third looking good for the cars. Jammy Dodger in fourth. I think this is his, I'm sure this is his first VRC 2.5 hour as well, and holding out quite well. Going to be a great fourth place for Jammy Dodger. Pat in fifth as well. He said he was struggling with the Honda at Suzuka, but we all know Pat, he doesn't throw in the towel quite easily. He'll happily keep on going. Let's not forget Pat and Big Dan as well. They're both on pads. I couldn't imagine doing this for 2.5 hours on a pad. I think it would drive me batty. Oh, that's just me. They're probably used to it now, by now. I bet they've got fingers like Chris Hoy's thighs. Do you remember Chris Hoy, the cyclist? I bet they got fingers built like his legs. It wouldn't surprise me in the slightest. Could probably lift a good 45 kilograms with just his finger alone. This is how I train for 2.5s, just lifting it with one finger. Oh dear. Oh, there we go. Let's now in the comfy zone. We've all quietened down, all got their own little spaces, all evened out. In fact, Big Dan looks like he's about to lap a Lowy. I'm assuming Pat has been... No, he hasn't been. Well, he must have been lapped. He has to have been lapped. Because Jammy Dodger's in front of him, so it looks like Pat and Jammy are about to be lapped by the Group 3 leader, Big Dan, and Big Dan, in fact, here's a way to put it, the leader of the Group 3s is about to be lapped again by the leader of the Group 2s. Let's see if we can get a nice shot of those two together. Where is Dan? There he is. Oh, Anton beat me to it. So Poika has pitted. He's going for a long fuel stop. Only half a tank. My guess is softs again. He has. So Anton Poika will have to come in shortly as well because his fuel is starting to look on the low side. No flashes yet. But my guess is he'll have enough fuel to last him, I'd say 2 laps. Is that going to be how long it goes? Who knows? Kuikamp on the back step now has really got to put the hammer down if he wants to try and regain the lead of this race, which he held for a good chunk. For a good chunk of the first half of this race. Anton Poika just decided he was having no more games. Was able to take the lead and hasn't looked back, so he does go round for one more lap, but will this be the lap he puts in? Skoy will be on the charge. Skyjacker as well, still maintaining third, still looking very solid. Joker's in fourth, still looking solid. Big Dan leading Group 3s, looking very comfortable, which could be... Oh dear, he's gone wide a little bit. That won't be doing him any good. Here comes Jammy Dodger and Jokers as well. Don't forget. Ooh, easy, gents. There we go, nice and gently. I was going to say, let's not forget, Big Dan doesn't have to get out of the way of the Group 3s. No, Group 2, should I say. Group 2s have to find their own way round. But luckily, a bit of careful navigation has seen everybody get through quite cleanly. Talleyrand still in second. He's going for another second long stint. At the moment, he's holding up for the one-stop strategy. So far at the moment, he hasn't had an answer for Big Dan's pace, so may have an answer for him in the strategy department, but whether it works in his favour, we'll have to wait and see for another... they're on the lead laps, aren't they? Yeah, my maths aren't quick. Maths aren't quick. I'd have to take 38. There we go, 38. Another 38 laps. So we'll have to wait and see whether that plays out. Lowy now, the only one not to pit in this race. He's gone more than halfway. The medium tyres now feeling the pain of the long race. The fuel tank slowly coming down. but as we've seen, the fuel reload, not super slow, but not super quick at the same time. So he's going to be feeling it in the pits, but without having to pit again. Oh dear, he's gone wide a little bit, but has managed to gather it back up, and on his way he goes again. So whether this strategy will work in his favour, we'll have to wait and see. He'll have a massive, I'll tell you what, he'll have a massive tyre advantage over Talleyrand, because if he can keep it out as long as he can, the tyre offset is going to work in Aloi's favour, but is it going to be enough to catch up 21 seconds of Talleyrand? As Anton Poiker comes through to lap Aloi once more, with the Lexus shooting off into the distance. Jamie Dodger still in fourth as well, still looking very solid for his first race as well. With Pat as well coming along in fifth, another long 2.5 hours for him. Has Pat done every single 2.5 hour? I don't think he has. I don't think he's done every 2.5. Actually, to be fair, he'll say in his stats, won't he? Because he has one of them nice test sheets. Let's have a nosy. Was it this? No, it wasn't. No, it was. Is it here? No, that's the one. That's the one. So Pat has done 10, and Jokers has done them all. Oh, all except the Nürburgring. So 15 by my guess. So 15, and yeah, he did tell me, mate. I had to look it all up, but I just had to work it all out, because I think he said that this is the 15th 2.5. Jokers is the one with the highest amount on the grid, with now 14, because he's only missed one, and Pat is now on 10, so he has missed a few. I can't believe Jokers has done all except one. Good lord. Credit to Jokers, though. Absolute credit to him. In his 14th 2.5 hour. In fact, the fuel's now blinking at him, so he's going to be coming in this lap. So the long stint probably didn't last as long as he was hoping for. I hope he don't run out of fuel, because otherwise he'll be limping all the way back to the pit. But to be fair, he's going through 130R now, so he should get there. Yeah, he's still going, still full throttle, so yep, in he goes. So far at the moment, Anton Poiker, his fuel is now starting to flash, so he'll have to do a long pit stop as well. But is that going to turn into Koikarp's advantage? We'll have to wait and see. We've been watching these two mostly throughout this race, because they were the ones having the cracking scrap right throughout the beginning of the race. In the dire moments, Koikarp just wasn't able to keep up that level of pace. And a long pit stop has seen him drop back quite a bit, but he is clawing his way back. Let's not forget that Anton will be fueling up quite a large amount, because his fuel is on the low side, so I imagine that he is going to pit in this lap. So now it's down to Anton Poiker and how long he dares to stay in the pit for. Whereabouts is... So Anton is just going through 130R now. Koikarp's just coming around the hairpin, so he's quite a way back. don't know if it's going to be small enough, but Anton Poikert carries on. He's going to risk it. He's going to risk it one more lap. I doubt that's going to come back to bite him, but he may need to be careful because it's a long way back to the pits. If it gives up now, there's probably a few drops or two left. So it's going to be very close if he does get back in time. In all that time, Kuikat is hunting him down, caught up in traffic with Lowy at the moment, so Kuikat's got to be on the absolute raggedy edge. Anton Poikert, is the gamble going to pay off? I imagine it is, but he's only coming up to the hairpin. He's still got a long way to go. Imagine he'll probably have just enough left to get back. He'll probably say like 1% or something when he gets there. That's my guess anyway. As he goes through Spoon. Fuel looking very low. It's just going to be enough, I reckon, unless it's going to give up any time now, because this point is when he's hitting the limiter off 6th gear. There's barely anything left of that fuel. He's still got enough. He's into the pits. What's it going to be? 1%? Oh, what a guess. 1%. So now it's all down to Kuikat and what he can do, and whether Anton Poikert goes for a long stop. We saw that Kuikat put in half a tank of fuel quite some laps ago. Anton now in the box. What's he going to go for? Kuikat just coming through 130R now. You can see the fuel starting to go into Anton Poikert, but where is Koi? It's just coming through Spoon now. That's Anton Poikert out, so he's just gone half short. And you can see Kuikat was just in the background coming through the start-finish line. So it wasn't enough to catch him up. In fact, he's down to, let's have a look when it all catches up, 6 seconds. It's down to 7 seconds, so he's managed to pull back a little bit more. But this time it's now Anton with the fuel advantage and the tyre advantage as well. And I think Koi will have to pass Talleyrand as well at some point, so he's got a little bit of traffic between himself and Anton. So at the moment it's still advantage Poikert. Skyjacker as well, the long stint not working out for him, but he's hoping maybe he's hoping that this third stint will do him some great as well. Big Dan has now come in as well. God, he was low on fuel as well, right down to 2%. But we've seen he's able to take the tyres a reasonable amount away, so I'm not sure if this is expected or not. Talleyrand is too far back to make a threat to Big Dan's lead at the moment. So to be fair, Big Dan can really afford to fuel up quite a long way as well. I bet that the back of his mind he's probably thinking as well of Talleyrand's long fuel stop. He's going to the end, and I don't think Big Dan is with that small amount of fuel. It's just gone 3/4 of a way. Well, not even that. 2/3 of a way, that's probably more accurate. And Talleyrand is only just coming through Spoon, so Big Dan really had more time to put more fuel in, but has decided to go against it. Aloe as well, I'm sure he still hasn't pitted either. He's the only one that hasn't. And the lead car's on lap 51, so Aloe has gone 10 laps over halfway, so he really can afford pawns if they can go that. Well, we've seen that Talleyrand can take the softs all the way to the lead lap of 41. So potentially Aloe is now coming into the pits. He's down to 6%, so he could fill up all the way, pour on the soft tyres, and really start putting the hammer down. He may actually... I don't know if he will be a threat. He could be a threat to Talleyrand. I think Big Dan's a bit much to ask for, but we never know. He's doing the splashes and dashes. It's working well at the moment, but it's only because, although he hasn't pitted yet, so we'll be waiting to see how it comes out this time round. Jamie Dodger in fourth as well. He'll have to pit in soon as well. His tyres are on the way out. Pat as well, still going long, although he has come out. He has put on the softs. He's put in 2/3 of a tank, so my guess is he's going all the way to the end now. And with the grippier soft tyres, he might be able to start really putting some pressures on the guys ahead of him. We'll have to see how that all works out. Meanwhile, at the front, Anton Poiker took the lead and hasn't looked back so far. He's now got the fastest lap. 1:46.0, I think. That is just slightly faster than Coy's pole time. That's what I'm looking for. There we go. Yes, I was correct. That is actually faster than Coy's pole time. But when the car's light on fuel and fresh tyres, you'll be expecting those kind of lap times. And now it's just all about bringing it to the end now. I suspect that they probably will be pitting again. When will it be is the question. Koikart as well, he's giving it his all. Just doing well. Did well in the first part of this race, but Anton Poiker took the lead. He just kept with him for as long as he can, but it just looks like the pit stops have just let him down just that little bit as well. Skyjacker as well, the long stint not working out for him. Jokers as well, he's filled up a lot. He's up 3/4 away on the medium, so he's going long now. That, I think that could be enough to see him to the end. We will have to see. Big Dan still leading the Group 3s, 30 seconds ahead of Talleyrand. Talleyrand being 1 minute 5 seconds ahead of Aloe. Let's not forget, he's only just literally come into the pits. So this will be his first flying lap on soft tyres as well. So we'll just have to hope and pray that the one long run is enough to bring him back into contention. Jamie Dodger as well. I'm just seeing there's some sort of sign on the back of that. I can't read that. What does it say on the back of your car, mate? Can't quite see it. Never mind. Oh, Sky's pitted. So Sky's come in again. Soft tyres don't seem to be lasting very long on the Group 2s. The question is, what's Sky going to pull out of his bag this time, I wonder? He's gone back onto the mediums and he's putting just shy of 3/4 of a tank now. Again, personally, I think that might be enough to see him to the end. Whether that will be the case or not, I don't know. But with a minute to find ahead of Coy and Big Dan, it's going to be a bit to ask, but they're also on the splash and dash strategy. It will come back to bite them, I don't know, but so far it's holding up well for the pair of them. So now everybody's all in their own little piece of space. They all have their own little bit of track to themselves. In fact, that's a Lowy. He's been caught by Coy, so that's just a lapping car, and it's the only one really. So this is just in the quiet stage. Coy actually getting caught up behind a Lowy. As we said, it's the Group 2s that have got to find their way by. Group 3s don't have to give up. I bet that's cost Coy a little bit of time. It has. But maybe he's given up himself. I don't know. Maybe he's content with the second. Second's not real. Second's pretty good finishing for him. He did win the Pro Amateur class in the Bathurst last year, so he was definitely pleased with that one. He's probably going to be pleased with a second overall. So it's nothing to be ashamed of. But it could still all turn over, heads up. I can't say the proper one, otherwise I get told off. So it could all still happen. There's no telling what could happen. Could have a spin. Could have a should we call it a fuel malfunction? Oh god, I didn't set that, turn that off. Oh. Now my fuel alarm telling me to put food in the microwave at work. But I'm not at work! And I forgot to turn it off. Could get rain. I forgot about that. You're absolutely right, Ginger. We could get rain. We could wash out everybody's party. My God, how much would that throw a spanner in the works? Rain was to come down. Crikey almighty. Is anybody in contact with any of the drivers? If they are, tell them to look at their weather radar and see if there's like any form of rain anywhere. Maybe that's what they're waiting for. Maybe that's what they're waiting for. Could that be what they're waiting for? What is the weather set at? What's the weather set at, if it is? ×2. So there could be a potential for rain. But spanner, socket set, and a hammer in the works. We could just say a whole system shutdown, really, couldn't we? But I've already had one. It's me that's had the problem, not the weather being to everybody else. It would be my system that breaks. How typical is that? YouTube decides that it no longer wants to carry on with the broadcast, so it, yeah, it does that to me. I don't know why it did that as well. It's the first time it's actually done that. I mean, I know this is only my second 2.5 hour, but it was fine at Bathurst, so I don't know. It's quite the strange phenomenon. Because, like I said, if it was my internet cutting out, I would have dropped from the lobby, and I didn't. Because as soon as it told me the broadcast stopped, I literally just turned it back on again. No issues whatsoever. So, So YouTube isn't as solid as I thought it was. But then again, this is YouTube. It's... yeah, need I say more? But never mind. So, who's at the back here? Is that just... Yeah, that's Coy going past Pat. So, like I said, we're all in their own little spaces at the moment. There's no one close to a position change. So we're at... I think we're at that part of the race where we just chat about random things and wait for the next on-track event to happen, like somebody coming into the pits or something. I don't know, what do the pros do at this point? What does our Lord and Saviour normally do at this position? I'm not sure what he does, to be fair. Well, who knows then? So far, Ginger. Rain dance is currently being performed. Oh, Ginger, my friend. Ginger. You must know that the rain dance doesn't fully cover it. You need to do a blood sacrifice as well. Has nobody told you that? You need to perform the rain dance and a blood sacrifice in order for that to work. Why do you think half the time people pray for rain and it never happens? Because they don't tell you the second half of the ritual. That's why it never works. They don't tell you it all. Oh, Skyjacker's... not Sky, that's Coy in the pits now. So... surely Coy must be thinking that you can't win on merit, so maybe if he just goes for a long run, it might actually help. We'll have to wait and see. What's he going to go for? He's going for another long pit stop. Is he going to go halfway? I assume he's going to go halfway. No, he's going more than halfway. He's gone 2/3 of a way, and he's gone on mediums. So Coy is looking for the checkered flag at this state. So now it'll be down to Anton Poika. What's his choice going to be? What's he going to go for? Is he going to counter it with the exact same, I wonder? That would make sense. In my world, anyway, it would make sense. I thought the blood sacrifice was for a full downpour, but for spitting a dance is sufficient. You don't want it to spit. You don't want it to spit. You want the full downpour. That's when the fun happens. Sacrifice not active. Yeah. Yeah, I figured as much. Yeah, because if you only get light speckles, then that would be a light... Yeah, as I was just going to say, that's just basically a light drizzle. But realistically, you don't want the little drizzle. I mean, it does make it interesting because it then contemplates on whether you want to go on to the intermediates or stay on the dry tyres. When it's a downpour, that's when you look for the crossover. That's when it becomes interesting, if you ask me. And having said that, I always get it wrong. I always get that part wrong. But then again, I always get it wrong, because if I didn't get it wrong, I wouldn't be sat here commentating on a race, would I? I would actually be out there, actually doing the... I don't have the time or resources for the full blood sacrifice. I do. They're called minions at work. But unfortunately, if I do that, Sadly, my works man has just turned around and actually said to me, "You're not allowed to make blood sacrifices because we need them as workers, so stop it. Otherwise, we'll have to make some form of complaint to the police." So the strange thing is, my work colleagues actually do know that I would be more than happy to commit war crimes at work. They know that. I don't know why, if that's why people avoid me or just try to be nice to me just out of fear. I don't know. We'll have to ask. I'll have to ask them, really, to be fair. I'll have to ask them. But then again, I don't like interacting with those humans. They do my head in. You often make me realise that a sledgehammer to the forehead doesn't sound as bad as it is. Woes of my life. Well, now on lap 60, so we have 22 laps to go. I wonder if anyone are feeling pretty knackered round about now. 2.5 hours, it's quite enduring, especially when you've been good full throttle for most of the time. Ooh, Koikap nearly lost the back end there. We've seen quite a few people lose the back end quite a few times. I don't think I've seen Anton Poika do it, but then again, he's the flying Finn. There's a reason why he doesn't lose the back end, is because it is forbidden in his land. I've heard that if the back end of a car being piloted by a Thin, if it goes out of line, it is sacrificed to Thor. And I have reason to believe that that is true. Sky in third, still going for the long run. I think it's 30 seconds behind Koi, although I think Koi is going all the way to the end, so it looks like Sky's long run strategy just wasn't enough to help him out in catching those two. In fact, Sky is on. Oh, Jokers has lost the back end. He's got a bit of damage as well, but he's not going to lose out on much, really. But it's still going to be quite annoying for him hitting the back end. Then still in charge of the Group 3s. He's led, well, I'd like to say all of this race, but he was in second for a few laps after his first pit stop. Went behind Talleyrand. He overtook him on track and hasn't looked back since. Talleyrand struggling hard in the Honda. No answer to the Biggest of Dan. Lowy in third. The long run not working out in his favour. But there is still time. Anything could still happen. Femi Dodgett still holding well in fourth in his first 2.5 hour. I wonder how sore he's going to be afterwards. We'll have to see if we can get him on. Might ask him if he wants a post-race interview, see how he is after his first 2.5 hour. I don't really need to point that out to him as well. I might actually do that afterwards. I normally tell them in the chat that I'd be more than happy to do race interviews afterwards, but completely forgot about it. Completely forgot about it. So I will probably tell them once the race is done. Anyone wants to stick around for the post-race interviews and see how they were after it. Hoping to get Jammy on after his first race. In fact, Ginger, you're rooting for Jammy. Do you know if he's done an event as long as this, or is this his first real endurance event? Be interesting to see. Skyjacker again coming into the pits. Probably not a fan of those mediums, I bet. Probably doesn't like those mediums, but the softs don't last long enough. Oh, shit. Oh, there we go. Everything's all breaking now in the noisemaker. It seems to be calming down now. 20 laps to go. Everything is pretty much as you were, with the exception of Anton Poiker and Jammy Dodger. Jammy Dodger started last for the Group 3s, is now up to 4th. Pat dropping down into 5th. And Anton Poiker started 2nd with no electric. There was no I don't think there was anything from electric really regarding it. He didn't say he had any problems. So yeah, not sure what happened with him. I don't think so. He lost the novice side a few weeks ago, so it makes sense he's fairly new. Yeah, but I get that, but it's more of a case of I don't know if he's raced in. Not sure he's having issues connecting to Lobby's new internet. Yeah, I heard about that from Sunday, having a few issues there. But back to Jammy. I know he lost his novice sticker a few weeks back, but I don't know if he's raced in any other series or leagues, and I don't know if he's done any other endurance event as long as this, really. So hopefully we can have him on for the post-race chat, see how it all was for everybody. Wow, Sky's going for the fastest lap. He's gone purple, so the fastest lap is still up for grabs. Don't get anything out of it, you just get the pat on the back and a big fat well done from anybody that wants to say it. So who knows, but still long way to go. Lap 64 of 82, and Anton Poiker is, well, I was going to say Anton has run away with it, but at the moment he is due to pits. That's why there is such a big gap to Coy. Who gets your vote? My vote for the best livery. That's a good one. That's a good one. Because pretty much everybody's got something I like, because we'll go through them, because Anton Poikin usually runs that style of livery, and I always enjoy seeing it because it's just his staple, if you will. I think it represents his the racing team he's with. Don't ask me what it is because I don't know. I can't read it on the side either, so it's always great to see. Coy always likes running more often than not, a Castrol livery, and I think that is like a classic one that's just been rebooted for the Group 2, so that one gets a thumbs up from me. Skies is basic, but I like the basic. I don't like too heavily fancy things because it's too much for my style, but that's just my opinion. Joker's is good. It's the very racy style that I like. That is probably normally what my style would be, which is there's a few different colours, there's lots of sponsorship everywhere. That's normally something that I quite like. Dan running the classic one, I think it is from the Supra as well. That's just iconic, absolutely love it. Talaran running a 90s style Atari one, that I like as well because it's got a very retro-y feel to it. Same with Aloe, I'm sure that's a replica as well, I could be wrong. So, replica liveries always tickles my like button. Jammy's is good because obviously it's just basically a jammy Dodger Supra. So you really can't argue with that one. And Pat's, yeah, going back to what I said, that is a livery that I can get behind, but the process he used to do it, so that the red sponsors are chromed and not the standard one, I like that, but that is far too complicated for me to do. But it's still basic, if that makes sense, so I kind of like it. And it's I'm sure that's the Red Bull style livery that the Red Bull F1 team used at Suzuka anyway, so I can't really say I have a favourite, really, because they've all got something that I like about them. But if I was to be fair, as much as I like Dan's, that again, it's not like a unique design, if you will, so I might have to cut that one out just because it's not original. I think Talaran's is original, I think. Might have to Google that one. See if it comes up with anything. From what I can see, it isn't original. So I can see a few. So on that same principle, I might have to take that one out. I think Aloe's is a replica as well. I don't think that is a replica at all. Something tells me that it isn't. So, and Pat's isn't either. Anton's is, but it's like a racing team one. Coy's is a replica. Sky's isn't. I don't think Joker's is either. So, yeah, I don't know. They've all got something that I like in them. So I really can't call it. I really can't. It's, I guess it's just what you prefer the most, in which there isn't any that I prefer. In all honesty. Yeah. I can't call it. I genuinely can't. But if I was to... okay, maybe... no. Because to be fair, if I was in this, I'd probably... I don't think I would run a replica. I think I would just create one of my own. Because as good as they are, I just couldn't do it. I really couldn't. Ironically as well, I think some of the guys are actually listening to me in the party chat. They're probably waiting for me to give them an update on how the race is going. I will laugh if that is the case. Like, what's going on about Sully? Oh dear, what's gone on there? So it looked like Jammy Dodger went wide and Koi Caps decided to follow in with him. Oh dear. Probably a bit of miscommunication there. But to be fair, I think we're at the point of the race where it actually doesn't matter now. So Anton has come in again. Koi Cap's a long way away, so Anton Poika has time to do a long stop to see him all the way to the end. I think Koi's definitely going to the end. Sky's probably going to go all the way to the end. Jokas is as well. Big Dan, I think he may need one more stop. Talaran's going all the way to the end. Loey's definitely going all the way to the end. Jammy Dodger is, and so is Pat. So, yeah, there we go. Anton softs again. A third of a tank. So, I think that might be enough to definitely see him to the end. So it looks like that this may be the finishing position for everybody, barring a absolute catastrophe that may happen. So here we go then. Oh no, that's just somebody lapping somebody, I believe. Yep, that's Sky just lapping Jokas. I don't know if he... No, Sky recently pitted. Jokas, I don't think he has. No, he hasn't. Maybe just having a bit of an off moment. But to be fair, they have been driving for over 2 hours now. Fatigue will be starting to kick in quite badly. Guys will be feeling very tired after this one, no doubt. It's a long lap, regardless of what car you're in. So they'll be definitely be feeling it now. But I would say this is probably how it is going to end. But we will give it all a rundown in not 20 laps. 13 laps, no, 12 laps. 12 laps to go. We certainly hope you have enjoyed this one. I'm calling it already, aren't I? I'm calling it already. I hope we're all enjoying it so far. It was a cracking start to the race, wasn't it? Between Anton and Koi. Really giving it absolutely everything they had, but Koi just could not keep up with Anton. Once he got into the lead, that was it. Couldn't hold out any longer. But all credit to him. Gave it absolutely everything, and a second overall. It's not going to be... It's not something he can be ashamed of. He should be quite proud of it. Only notice the tribal patterns on Skyjacker's roof. In fact, I think that's Anton Poika coming up behind him as well. I'm sure that was a blue flag I just saw just then. So at this rate, Anton Poiker, I'm pretty sure he's probably going to lap Sky by the end of it. You say he wouldn't, he has made a few stops. To be fair, I don't think Sky's just been happy with the tyres. He was doing well on the softs, but just couldn't keep up. He went on to the mediums, wasn't happy with them, went back to softs, wore out too quickly for him, went back to the mediums, still didn't like them, and went back to softs again. So it's been quite the bizarre one. The softs haven't lasted as long as I thought they would, and a few of them have been unhappy with the mediums. Coy's been happy with his mediums. He's gone quite a long way on the mediums. Anton's been softs majority of the race, if not all. So it's been quite the bizarre one. It's not going to be the one that I thought, really. In fact, they've all been coming in doing splashes and dashes. I can't seem to say that strategy really has been a deciding factor, because they've just been coming in when they need to and off they go. And so far it's all been reasonably calm. But to be fair, there is only 9 of them on track. We usually see a fair few people sign up for the 2.5 hour, but obviously this one didn't attract as much attention as we thought it would. But still, all credit to them. Still going out there and giving it their absolute all. And it's been quite the exciting race. We've hit the low bar now, where I think everybody's just all waiting for the checkered flag. And so they can get out, stretch their legs a little bit, and probably go for a nice walk, I wonder. I mean, being sat down for 2.5 hours, it's not for everybody. Certainly not for me, without a doubt. I know there's guys that can sit down in an office and sit behind a desk for 7 hours a day. I don't know how the hell you guys do that. But then again, at the same time, people can look at me and say, how the hell do I manage to stay on my feet for 11 hours? It's called I don't. That's why I have ankle issues. But everyone to their own, I guess. But 10 laps to go now. Literally just cycling through people. Anybody else want to add anything to this? Because Skyjack has come in again. I don't know if Sky's trying to set a record for the most amount of pit stops done in one race. Not 100% sure, but to be fair, at the same time, he's got nothing to gain and nothing to lose. So why not? Absolutely, why not? Fresh set of softs again, no fuel, so he's just going in for... Maybe they're trying to have the fastest lap battle. Maybe that's what they're trying to do. Anton Poiker currently holds it with 146. So maybe Skyjacker looking to try and break into the 145s. Big Dan's coming in as well. My guess is replace the tyres and fuel, but he's got a commanding lead over Talleyrand. So, again, he's got nothing to gain and nothing to lose, so yeah, why not? Absolutely go for it. He probably needs a bit of fuel as well, I don't know how much. I'm guessing softs as well. Yes, he's been softs all the way as well. I think that will be pretty much everybody now, I think. Yeah, Anton can clearly go all the way. Koikart can go all the way. Sky's just been in for tyres, so he can go all the way. Joker's could go all the way, not unless the fuel has anything to say about it. Big Dan we've just seen come in, he can definitely make it all the way. Talleyrand's tyres are quite destroyed. I don't know if they're going to last another 10 laps. But we'll have to wait and see until the end. And he's got to be careful with it as well, because although even though he's 49 seconds behind, but to be fair, all he needs is a fresh set of tyres. So I don't think a tyre change is going to cost him 49 seconds. So realistically, I think Talleyrand's in the clear. He can easily pit in for another set, still get out of in front of Aloe. So I think at this point everybody's got nothing to lose, realistically. So everybody can go for it. Koikart has come in as well. Maybe he's going to go into the throw his dice into the fastest lap category. So I imagine he's probably going to put in a little bit of fuel, change onto softs as well. Whereabouts is Sky? He's on his first flying lap with 8 laps to go. I think we're going to have a fastest lap competition. Yep, there we go. He's gone onto the softs. So I think, ladies and gents, we're going to have a fastest lap battle. It's going to be great to see who could dethrone Anton Poiker for the fastest lap. Who's going to be the first to break into the 145? This is going to be belting to see, isn't it? Yeah, and I think Anton Poiker is on a fast lap. I'm sure he is. He's on 147, so I think he's just being calm at the moment. Koikart's still on his out lap. Skyjacket is on a flying lap, so let's see what he can do, because he is coming up to the start-finish straight now. It's not going to be a 145 because he's already on the 45, so he might have had a small off somewhere. Don't know. So Skyjacket looking to try again. Maybe he might have been lapping Jokers, so go on, Jokers, go into the pits, put some softs on, try and join the fastest lap competition. This is going to be awesome to watch if all 4 of them did actually take my advice and go for it. So who's going to be the first to go? Let's have a look. Anton Poiker's already crossed a sector line, so we'll never know. Koikart is also on an out lap, so we don't know. Skyjacket is coming up to a checkpoint marker, so sector marker, that's probably a better term to use. So we'll have to wait and see. Is it any good? No, it's not. He's 7 tenths down. So Koikart now starting his first flying lap. What about Anton Poiker? He's coming up to a sector time. What's his going to be? 6 tenths down. Coyle coming up to his first one soon. He's purple. He's going for it. He's going for it. He's only 4 thousandths ahead. But Koikart at the moment is gunning for it. Oh, he's just lost it. Oh, poor Koi. Oh dear, he'll have to give it another try. So Anton, he is in front of the 3 of them on track as it is. So he's going to cross the first sector. What's his time going to be? He's down a tenth, so he might not be gunning for it. I think Coy was. Skyjacker definitely is from the way he was going through that second corner. But the way he was handling it, I don't think it's going to manage. Coming up to a sector, I can imagine it's going to be down. And he is. So Coy will have to come and try again. He's got traffic at the moment, but he'll clear that soon. And then he's only got Jammy Dodger in front of him. So if Coy's going to go for this fastest lap, he's going to have to absolutely gun it and hope and pray he doesn't run into Jammy Dodger, because he is running out of time if he wants this fastest lap. I don't know if Anton Poiker is actually going for it. I'm hoping Sky is. He's 1.6 down, but he did have traffic, so Coy absolutely going for it. Come up to the first sector. What we're going to have, he's down half a tenth, so maybe he didn't catch a lowie in time, so he'll have to try again. See how Sky's getting on. He's 1.2 down, so he's not going to be going for it either. I don't actually know who has the fastest lap in the Group 3s. Obviously I won't know, but I think it would be safe to say it would be Big Dan, because he's just took enough from the lead and didn't look back really. Everybody else just not having the pace that Big Dan has in the Supra. Now, come to think about it, there's one car missing from the Group 3s. Car's missing from the Group 3s. No, it's not in here, is it? It's in there. Nissan GTR, so nobody fancied the GTR 500 then? Or the GTR GT 500, there you go. Nobody fancied the Nissan. Felt a bit left out. I'm quite surprised actually, because I'd have thought the Nissan would have been the one that everybody turned to, but it's like most people wanted the Toyota. That's the most of the Group 3 out. So Coy's now starting his next lap. Is it going to be purple? No, it is not. Wait. Anton Poiker coming in, but why not? He's got all the time in the world. Maybe he is going to go for the faster lap. Is he going to go for the 145? With only 4 laps to go, and the tyres are still relatively fresh. Maybe just needs a little bit more fuel. I think he might be. No fuel in, but fresh. Oh, he's got mediums. Okay. Sky's coming in as well. Is he going to put on some fresh softs? I'm quite surprised Anton's gone mediums. I'm a bit surprised at that. So Sky has come in. He's got on fresh softs as well. I've lost track of how many times he's pitted now. So I guess there'd be no point in trying to track it. Jokers as well, he won't be going for it. I think he's just looking forward to the end of the race. I don't know what Big Dan's doing. He's 5 tenths down, so he's out of it. Coy Kappa's come in again. He's going for fresher softs. Oh, if Anton Poiker wasn't on mediums, I'd say we're going to have a fastest lap shootout. Showdown? I was trying to say showdown and shootout. That's it. I get mixed up. Me fail English. So, because I'm pretty sure, unless Anton Poika has literally been holding back this entire time, I can't imagine him breaking into the 145s on mediums. So it would be safe to say that it's literally down to Coy and Sky. Which, yeah, why not? Go for it, lads. All on their out laps, so in fact, yeah, Sky's ahead of Coy in track, so perhaps he's going to give it his absolute all. Just saved a little bit of fuel so he can save it for a real good blast. So we think the podiums are in the bag for everybody. So it's now going to be down to who's got the biggest nuts and absolutely gun it for that 145. Who's going to be the one that breaks into the 145s? Oh dear. Well, I think it's safe to say that Sky will have to try again, provided he hasn't ruined his softs too much. Somebody's in the middle of Sky and Coy, so Coy will have a little bit of traffic to deal with if he's going to go for it. Now Sky's out of it from that little hiccup that he's had, but he's still got time. He's still got Anton Poika's about to start lat 80. Commentator's curse again. I told you, I tenfold it. I tenfold the commentator's curse. Easily. Oh, we missed Coy going through the first sector. We'll have a look. Oh, it's Talleyrand. It's Talleyrand. So... oh, Coy's just 6 tenths down. So, with... no, I was going to say, no, it's just Anton's that far ahead. I was going to say, I don't think Anton's lapped Coy, but he hasn't. So now, Koicap has gone ahead of Talleyrand, so he's got an open road ahead of him. Skyjacker does have somebody ahead of him, so if he is going to go for it, he may have some traffic to deal with to do it. But here we go, he's on lap 80. I think Anton's on 80 as it is, yes, so... he's got 2 laps to try and get this done. It was Pat. I just saw him in the distance. It's Pat that's in between him and an open road ahead of him. Nicely out the exit. There we go. He's managed to maintain it this time. Pat's going out the way. I think he knows. I think he must have told him, because Pat easily got out of the way. So what's going to happen? It's purple. It's 3 tenths. Sky is absolutely going for it. What about Coy? What's he going to do? He's coming up to the first sector. We're going to have a fastest lap shootout. So it's not all said and done. It's for the grid, but not for the whole shebang. Coy's down 3 tenths. So Sky's up on this lap, and he is going for it. We'll keep an eye on him for now, because he's going to come up to another sector just before 135, the 130R. He's absolutely giving it absolute. There's only a handful of corners. There's no traffic ahead of him. He's pushing that Lexus to the absolute limit. What's it going to be? He's 4 tenths. He's nearly there. Just 130R left and Spoon. He's going to break into the one. No, don't say it. Clean exit through Spoon. Hard on. The accelerator is coming up to the line. It's a 135. 135. It's a 145. So Sky has broken into it by 4 tenths. And with only a few laps to go as well, Coy, if he wants a slice of this cake, he's going to have to find some rocket pace out of that Nissan Honda. But I'm starting to curse myself now. I'm starting to curse myself. Sky going for it again. Oh, we've missed him going through the first sector. But the gauntlet's been thrown down. Has Coy got enough in the bag to try and steal it away from Sky? I don't think he has. He's trying hard. It's 4/10. He's down by 4/10. So what about Sky? I think that's Big Dan ahead of him as well. So I bet he's telling him in the pat, Dan, get out the way. Even though I've got the fastest lap, I want to see if I can do any more. Anton on the final lap, so Anton is on the final lead lap. Dan didn't fully get out of the way, but I don't think he'll mind. Is he up? No, he's a second down, so I think Sky gave it absolutely everything. I don't think he's got any more in the bag. But I think it's safe to say I think they've given it absolutely everything. And I think they're just going to be pleased to see the end of this one. It's been quite the race, really, hasn't it? We had an absolutely belting first half. An absolute battle between this man, Anton Poiker, and Koikart, with Anton Poiker coming out on top. He had to give it absolutely everything, though. And he has delivered. And I think this might actually be Anton's first 2.5 hour victory. So he's going to be a very happy bunny with this one. With the Suzuka 2.5 2025 trophy going home to Finland, it's Anton Poiker taking the win. Talaran, I know that he was behind. He's coming home second for the Group 3s. It's great to see the big man back on track again, and he's rewarded with a second place. Who is next after it? I can see them where they are. It is Jokers. Jokers comes home in an absolutely solid 4th place. Probably a little bit out of his depth with the Group 2s, but once again, Jokers absolutely delivered, gave it his absolute all. And it's a 4th place, but it's a 4th place he can be thoroughly proud of. Well done, Jokers. That's Aloe in the background. He comes to take 3rd place with the Group 3s with Jammy Dodger there. There's Skyjacker coming home in 3rd. He nabbed the fastest lap right at the dot, and he's going to be one happy bunny beating that one. And then it'll be coming home again for his first 2.5 victory in the Group 3s. Big Dan is going to be absolutely chuffed to bits with this one. There was no stopping him, and he's rewarded with the victory. Koikart coming home in 2nd, a hard-fought 2nd. It might be gutted with just losing out to Anton Poiker, but what a scrap he and Anton had at the very start, with Pat coming home in last place for the Group 3s. Again, nothing to be ashamed about. Doing these 2.5 hours is absolutely brutal on anybody, whether you're on a rig or on controller. It takes it out of you. And once again, Pat comes home, maybe down, but he's still not out. But hold your head up high, Pat. That's a great 5th place for Pat. Well done, everybody. And you know the score. There's the man, fist in the air. Anton Poiker taking the victory. And I will quickly announce this out so people can announce if anybody wants it. Well, there we go, ladies and germs. What a cracking 2.5 hour. Absolutely cracking. And oh, there we go. I think some people are going to be very, very happy bunnies. And hang on a second, where is it? I'm pretty sure I saw something there. It doesn't want to load on me now. There we go. That was a slog. I bet it was, mate, but that fastest lap, you're the only one to break into the 145. So, Sky, I think you can be a very happy bunny with that one. With Ginger saying, nice lap, Sky. Indeed, it was a nice lap. Maybe we could have been on board with it. Might have been even better, but never mind. Koikart, raw pace after you passed. I had no chance. Nice consolation. Yep. It may be a nice consolation, mate, but you still got third. I think you can still hold up your head high on that one. Everybody just chilling out now for a little bit. And if you are listening to me, guys, if you all want in, you're more than welcome to ask, and I will get you in for a little chat. I'm sure everybody else would love to hear it. Starting on Pat saying long lonely race for me, but still drove half decent. You did amazing, Pat. Keep your head high, mate. Keep your head high. That was an absolutely cracking effort from you. You have nothing to be ashamed of whatsoever. What else have we got? We've Coy. Anton raw pace couldn't catch him after he passed, but I'll tell you what, that may be the case, but you gave Anton an absolute fight and a half at the very start. That was an absolute cracker. Again, hold your head up high, mate, without a doubt. Sky saying thank you for covering this. Not a problem, sir. I'm getting paid to do this, so yeah. Say what you will. And no, it's not VRC paying me before you ask. And Big Dan, not Big Dan, that's Coy. Made too many errors trying to catch it. That's the problem, mate. That's always the problem. If you absolutely try to, try too hard, you always make too many errors. When you put the pressure on yourself, that's when the mistakes happen. I can guarantee that. Anybody with even the sheddest little bit of wisdom in their blood will tell you, if you put the pressure on yourself to go, oh, the sky's gone. Oh, I guess that's it then. I guess that is it. Nobody wants to talk then. Okay, then fair enough. To be fair, I bet you a lot are sick of hearing me anyway. So, yeah, we'll probably have to wrap this up then. Hopefully, we will be back very soon. I don't know when. I'm trying to negotiate hours at work so I can actually get some actual proper racing done. I don't know when I will get to it. So I'm trying. We do have another setup in place. So we just need to sort this out. Ginger, thanks for the commentary. Not a problem. Sorry you had to listen to me for 2.5 hours. And Coy going, me and Big Dan are set up for no broadcasting on chat. That's not the point, mate. It's more of the case of I invite you to it. Although I'd have to add people, and I can't now. Oh, well. Never mind. Never mind. What did I just press? Oh. Never mind. Yeah, we shall leave it at that, shall we? Because I think I'm starting to break myself anyway. If you can't tell. even with yeah. Oh, and we've got one more. It is Koi. Much love. Cheers for the coverage. Again, not a problem. Not a problem. Again, I'm getting paid for this, so does not matter. Yes, let us wrap this up. So we do hope that you enjoyed this 2.5 hour that we brought to you. Unfortunately, it is in 2 parts because YouTube decided to be a git and shut off the first one for no apparent reason, but we got it back up again, so apologies for that. But again, if you did enjoy this race, do not forget to hit like and subscribe to us here at the Virtual Racers Club if you want more juicy action from us, and also the thumbs up as well, just to say that you enjoyed the race and you could tolerate me for 2.5 hours. And if you actually want to be a part of us here at the Virtual Racers Club, go onto Discord, do a search for the Virtual Racers Club, and you'll be able to join in, and maybe we'll be seeing you in a new series or in the next 2.5 hours. If not, then we certainly hope we meet again. So, I was your broadcaster and commentator, insert comical name here, and I will see you next time. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Ta-ta.